Alright, welcome back to X-Plane 11. In today's video, we're in the iniBuilds or iniBuilds A310. We're going to be flying in a old school Austrian livery, and we're going to be taking this aircraft from Johannesburg up to Nairobi. So about 5.5, 6 hour flight. And that's the plan for today. So this is actually the first time I've flown this aircraft on the channel. Only picked it up fairly recently, so we're going to be kind of learning as we go as well. So let's jump into the cockpit and start getting things set up. So first off, we need batteries to auto. Okay, hydraulics are fine for now. Wipers are off, gear lever check down. Slats and flaps and speed brake are retracted. Bursers are not engaged and thrust levers idle. Fuel switches are off. Okay, weather radar is off. We can set this to weather, but we'll leave it off for now. That's fine. Right, let's go and get our APU. Right, now we should be able to take our external power. So that's the APU fire. Might as well do engines while we're here as well. Cool. Let's go and set our IRS selectors now to nav. Okay, oxygen low supply is over here. Turn that on. Let's go here. Set this to test. That's pretty cool. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and let's do our fuel, etc. Okay, so zero fuel weight for today is 109.2. Fuel on board, 23 tons. Okay, so let's load that up. Send that there. Right, now what we need to do is come down here. Right, there we go. Our alternate today is HKMO. Okay, we can get the IRS aligning. Cost index is 0. Cruise altitude 35,000. And we are Austrian 302. Okay, cruise wind 150.23. Okay, that's good. Taxi. There we go. Right, then we can put these in. And CG we need from here. Okay, 25.2. Cool, that's all set. Right, let's go here. Right, we're departing 2-1 right today. Okay, so I've adjusted this a little bit. Let's do the Lanceria departure. And we're going to take Nissan out and go direct to that VOR, which is up in the north. So that'll work nicely. Right, now we can do our calculations. Okay, that's correct. Let's get the ATIS. Okay, that's good. Let's calculate that. Okay, so V1 153. Rotate 162. Okay, let's see. Our IRS isn't yet aligned because we need to turn these guys on before we can set our FCU. But our flex is 61. Which we need to set here. Because we can turn those on, but these, as far as I know, won't work until the IRS is aligned. Okay, but that seems to be staying on. Okay, so maybe we can do it. 165 we want to set here. And we can come down here and dial this up to 61. There we go. Okay, let's get our passengers boarding. Right, so our passengers are now boarding. Let's go up here. And we'll do no smoking signs to auto. We'll turn on seatbelt sign. We can turn it on now. The passengers know to put the seatbelts on once they're seated, I suppose. Okay, hydraulic panel all still looks good there. Let's go up. Servo control panel, those should all be in and guarded. Flight recorder, ground control on. Exterior lights. Let's go nav. We'll do position 1, that's fine. Okay, these guys are on. Okay, electrical panel all looks fine. I think we can turn this off now. We've done the engine fire tests. Okay, that's all good. Fuel tanks, we can turn them all on now. APU fire test is done, and we can probably start up the APU at this point as well. Okay, cabin pressure all looks fine. Right, these guys can come on. Okay, then the other thing we need to do is emergency exit lights armed. We'll turn the APU bleed on in a bit. Let's get the APU up and running. So we'll turn the master on. And let's get that fired up and we'll turn that APU bleed on. Right, now let's come down here. And we'll set this up to 35,000 is our cruise today. Okay, let's set this to constraint. Our directors are cool, that's it. RS is aligned. Let's set this to nav and we'll set that to profile. Okay, wow, very high pressure. 1034. Okay, then we need to come down here and set our landing elevation, which is 5,330. So yeah, we'll do 5.3. Okay, parking brake is set. Auto brakes, that's all off. Reverse and all of those all off. That's set, we already checked. Parking brake is set. Takeoff warning checked. The levers are off. Let's see, it's just telling us about the door, so that's cool. Let's set this up. Set. Okay, rudder trim, let's make sure that that's 0. Yeah, FMS route is set, performance data is calculated, and that's all set. So now we're good to start the engines as soon as boarding is complete.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we will be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit taking responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can leave the seat. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Alright, so the passengers are all on board and just kind of, the last ones are just finding their seats. So let's go back and we can get rid of the air stairs, and we can also, and they're all armed as well, that's cool. Okay, let's disconnect the external power. APU is up and running, so we'll switch over to that. And then we can go ahead and get rid of the external power and the chocks and prep our pushback.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Right, so we'll give them a couple of minutes for the last passengers just to find their seat and sit down. We can also turn the beacon light on. Right, and then we'll come up here as well, and let's do engine selector to A. Once we start our pushback, we can fire up the engines.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
We are ready to go when you are.
Yeah, so passengers are done boarding, and as soon as our pushback is ready,
Good morning,
we
ladies
can
and
go
gentlemen,
ahead
and
and
welcome
push.
aboard Flight 302 with service to Kenya. Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours and 40 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed.
I think I said the flight earlier was going to be about 6 hours. It's actually it's about 3 hours.
If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and
I think I was reading the
Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the
6
full
a.m.
upright and locked position
departure
for
time.
departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
Tow connected and bypass in service. Release parking brake.
Okay, let's go ahead and release the brakes.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, let's start up. 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. Please adjust your seatbelt fasten throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask.
Okay, we'll do the
If
same
you're
for
traveling with a
engine
child
1.
or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the straps in tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary for safety device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items.
Operation complete.
Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat
Yeah,
back
we can
in
set
front
our
of you.
flaps now.
We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and
And
we
we
hope
can
you
also
enjoy your flight.
set the ignition back to off. Switch off the APU bleed, and we can shut down the APU as well. Anti-gas not required. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brake. Rudder trim is set to 0, flaps 15, trim. We need 1.2 down.
So it's disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Let's set our nose lights to taxi. We can also turn these guys on. Let's go ahead and taxi out to 21 right. Yeah, we'll check the flight controls quickly. Auto brake max. Transponder set, we'll turn that on obviously, well, to TARA when we enter the runway. Weather radar, same thing. Let's do the takeoff config test. It's checked. let's go and get ready to take off here. So let's go take off, we'll turn on the strobes. Here we go. Up. We're going to come up to 10,000 feet pretty quickly, but we can turn off these guys. Sign the spoilers. Yeah, landing gears up. Packs are on, anti-ice not required, ignition is off, APU is off, flaps up, spoilers disarmed. There's 9,000 feet already. We can go and set standard because we're climbing all the way up to cruise. There's 10,000 feet. We can switch off our landing lights and the seatbelt signs. Okay, so there we are. It's just a case now of powering up to our cruise altitude and cruising on for the 3 hours or so up to Nairobi. So I'll join you guys again when it is time to prep for our descent.
Portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory.
Alright, so we're coming up to our top of descent here. Okay, so we need to set up our approach. And we are going to be landing runway 06. It is the Vivato 2 Papa. So let's go and insert those guys. Cool. And then we need to check runway 06 ILS. Okay, so our intercept altitude is 7,500. So let's dial that down. Cool, so that's set. We'll descend to 7,500 feet and we should start that descent as soon as we reach the top of descent point automatically. Okay, then we need... So let's look at our procedure. ECAM memo, everything's checked and good. Weather and landing information. So we need to have a look. Right, so QNH 1020, temperature 23, surface winds 190 at 9 knots, and we have broken clouds at 2,600 feet. Okay, landing elevation is set, fuel checked, and all looks good. FMS is set, so let's go here to decision height. And our decision height is 200 feet. Let's dial that up to 200. That's it. Okay, auto brake, we will use auto brake low. I can't set this and I'm not sure why. So maybe we can only do it when we're already descending, which we should be doing already. Okay, there we go. Right, so it's just that auto brake that we need to keep an eye on. Not sure why it doesn't let us do it now.
Flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Okay, but there we are. We've begun our descent. Okay, and then our ILS frequency is 110.3. Now, I don't know. It doesn't set it automatically, I don't think. So 110.3, and it is 53 degrees. Right, there we go, so that should all be set. It is asking us for a bit of drag. Let's put in the speed brake just so we can get on that profile. So there is rain in the area, I believe out that way, but not at the airport where we are going to be landing. Okay, there we are, getting onto our vertical profile there. So we can start bringing the speed brake out. Go. Okay, let's go over here to plan and just see if we can take out that vectored section, because I think we're pretty much straight on it anyway. Yeah, check there, it's basically straight. So let's take that out. There we go, that'll work. And then we can also come here to approach. Right, so we are set. We're on flaps. Okay, that's flaps 20. To change this, I seem to be changing the approach speed. Oh, there we go. It is. Okay. So we'll do flaps 30 for landing. It does look quite rainy out there, actually. Right, let's set this back to map. Turn on this guy as well. And let's dial this up a bit. Can't turn on the auto brakes. Okay, let's arm these. Does that make a difference? No. Okay, so it looks like we have some icing potential, so maybe we should just come up here. Should we do anti-ice? Yeah, maybe let's do it. Okay, let's turn our seatbelt signs on now. clouds look very rainy. Okay, we're coming through 17,000 feet. Let's dial in our QNH, which is 1020. Alright, so we're about to pass through 10,000 feet. We're below 250 knots. Let's turn on the landing lights. We'll turn on these guys as well for when we lower the gear, which will be shortly. Seatbelt signs are on. QNH is set. We'll start bringing flaps and things in a moment. Okay, let's go and arm the approach modes. Well, we're actually going straight on to glide slope there, so that's cool. Okay, can I arm this now? Still can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, let's go flaps 1. And we'll bring the gear down as well. Yeah, now I can. I wonder if it's because I forgot to put it in the off position. Maybe. Not sure. Okay, so 139. Flaps 2. Coming in a little fast. There's flaps full. Hey, get down. It's green, flaps are full.
gentlemen, welcome to Kenya. The local time is 1:09 p.m. and it's currently about 20 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Okay, let's turn off the landing lights. Strobes can come off. We'll leave that on taxi. We can turn off the engine anti-ice. Let's get the APU up and running, but we'll also turn off weather radar, turn off the terrain radar, and set the transponder. Okay, let's get the brake fans on to deal with that. Anti-ice is off, ignition is off, APU is starting up. Ground spoilers, you can retract all of those. Same with the flaps. Let's disarm the ground spoilers as well. Okay, TCAS, standby, or set to transponder, radar's off, pitch trim, 1 degree up, flaps are up, slats are up, or retracted. Brake temperature we are monitoring, and we have the brake fans on. taxi lines. Kamikaze baggage loading thingy. Alright, let's park it up there. Parking brake. Okay, so taxi lights are off, parking brakes on, APU bleed is on, and we can shut down both engines. And then once we drop below 20%, not EGT, 20% N2, we can turn off the beacon light so that people can start disembarking. Okay, there we go. So let's go beacon light off. And seatbelt signs off as well. Fuel pumps we can turn off. Window heats and probe heats off. Brake fans will keep on for now, but we can also set these guys to off. Alright, so that's going to bring us to the end of this flight. Let's just finish off our flight with Pack X. We arrived with 3 minutes and 57 seconds early. That's pretty good. Overall rating 97%. So all good there. Let's end that flight. And that's going to bring us to the end. So if you enjoyed, you know what to do down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.